I think punk has developed, and I think punk has developed in a good way. I mean, I still really like old school, like 77 bands. Like, I'm still a big fan. However, I think punk has always been about a message, and I think that message has been carried forwards. I think that punk bands still carry a message, be it less sort of teenage politics and more sort of socio-economics and you know, looking out for each other. And I think maybe the sound has changed a bit. It's a little less raw, but there's still those bands out there. The punk's kind of, it's wider now. So you've still got that pocket of 77 punk rock, but then you've got offshoots of hardcore and of pop punk, melodic punk, you know, like indie punk and you know, old school 90s emos, all come off this one really important part of history, and this really important part of musical history. I think rather than punk changing, punk has just sort of developed and spread. So it's more about them. Personally, I think it's more about the message than the sound. The new album is the most honest album we've written, I think, by a long way. It's like really emotionally was difficult to write, but also in the same way cathartic and therapeutic. We spent a lot of time, we put a lot of ourselves into that record. All of us individually as a band seem to have a really shit year. I mean, a really bad year. This album was like the amalgamation of us getting over that, and it was kind of almost like a celebration of, you know, we're still here, we're still doing this, and I'm super proud of it.
Yeah, it's a nice thing we've worked together on, and myself and the guitar player have only kind of recently in the last year and a half joined, and the lineup's changed a bit, and it's kind of nice to have worked and, you know, been welcomed by Pete and Dan into the band and become brothers, and then work on something new and kind of develop how we sound with how we've all developed and changed over the last year. It's been a nice... Yeah, we've all had different kind of small personal things that have...
Yeah, like, you know, I was at like the lowest point of my life, like last year, like really dangerously low, and like there was a song on this album that I wrote that pretty much saved my life, just from personifying my demons and like putting it out there. So yeah, like that was pretty bad for me. You were pretty rough.
Yeah, so kind of I had a I had a bit of a unique way of joining where the guys had asked me to join the band, and which was an honour to kind of be part of, but while this was all going on, I lost someone very close to me, so I was dealing with all the loss of that and the grief of that. Because of that, and then having joined and it all being a new story to be part of, it kind of helped. And we've all had similar kind of stories of something where we had a problem, and then being together and doing all of this next bit made it a really fun adventure to be part of, and a lovely new record to make, which was...
Yeah, it was like a new chapter in our lives.
Yeah. It's a very new record, it's a very different record, which working if everyone would like it, and if they don't, that's fine, but if they like it, that's great. And we've been following it, and then I think it was either yesterday or the day before, we got to 100,000 streams of the album within that period of time, and we were all quite humbled and blown away.
Because we just make music for us, we don't really do it for listens or for record sales, or we do it so we can have fun, travel the world, use it as a therapeutic sort of thing for ourselves. So for it to, you know, be acknowledged like that it kind of like makes your heart break and then put itself back.
Yeah.
It's really nice. I work as an illustrator. I just really like the Pink Panther as a character, and it's a running theme in a lot of our posters and artwork that we have the personification of death, because it's a running theme through our songs. So I thought, what would be more? There's nothing more like a juxtaposition than the Pink Panther and death, just like together, drinking a beer.
Yeah, sharing a beer, having a good time.
I just thought it looked cool, and it like it's as well as being kind of dark, it's also really fun, and I think that's what our songs are. So it kind of represents all that. You're going to be hearing a lot of our new album, which we've just released, so we're going to be playing a lot of that, which we've been doing like throughout Europe. So we've been looking forward to this one loads, like since it was booked. So we're stoked to be here.
Yeah, it'd be nice to kind of show everyone what we've got, to demonstrate our new songs, and kind of just be in this awesome space with everyone. It'd be quite lovely.
We've been here a bunch. Like every show's been awesome. The people are so friendly. It's a beautiful city, and I just still remember the first time I came here, and like it kind of took my breath away. And ever since then, I've just been in love with it.
And I kind of had that today because I've not been here before ever, and I was driving the van here, and we're coming in, and then we're coming over the bridge, and we're seeing stuff, and it's just, and we drive past this to then drive down here, and then we get shown around the boat, and yeah, generally been like a very small child, being very happy, running around, smiling all day. It's been really good.
Please do not feel guilty.